post-hardcore legends Touché Amoré are back with their sixth record, Spiral on a Straight Line. I've been looking forward to this album since it got announced earlier in the year, and it's finally October the 11th. We have got the sixth record out. In my opinion, to say it bluntly, it is another really good record in my opinion. I feel like this band drives the emotional impact, the weight from the instrumentation to just the delivery of the vocals to its lyrics. The writing has always been there, and it has always felt refreshing every time. It's not a case of it's a formula that doesn't it's a formula that's not broken, so don't fix it, as they do stick to the formula, but they also put in a lot of uniqueness into each bit. There's a whole different story of each record, and I think that's one of the things they managed to captivate. You don't need to change a sound entirely to bring in a new audience and show that you're very diverse, as Touché Amoré are really good at doing that, and they do stick to their guns. This album does feel like something that would follow Stage 4 and Lament, which makes sense as that's literally what it did. This album is a lot of just potential and bangers just thrown there, and it works nicely. The two singles we had, Nobody's and How Ashby, are great tracks to really reel you into this beast of a record, and you got so many good songs like Altitude, just an incredible track. I love the instrumental, the way it just sort of brings this riff out of the darkness and just layers you into just utter grit and misery. It works so nicely. And Mezzanine, I love the way that this track ends. The ending is just literally top notch, and Force of Habit as well is also a catchy track. But yeah, there's nothing that really slogged this album, and I was thinking that the featured artists probably could have a potential chance of really doing that, but I think that features work great. Julian Baker's a really good addition to Goodbye for Now, and Lou Barlow works really nicely on Subversion, Brand New Love. I think they bring a lot to the table in solidifying and keeping it that it feels like a Touché Amoré track, but the features just intertwine nicely, that it doesn't ruin the flow of the record, and it just continues this drive from Nobody's to the final track, Goodbye for Now. It's a really powerful, good record that I just don't think loses steam at any point, and it brings literally their guns to the table and some of the best ideas they've had, period. Touché Amoré just don't disappoint, and this is why they are just one of the most liked post-hardcore screamo melodic hardcore bands out there, because they do not fuck around. They literally are here to just release in banger after banger, and Spiral on a Straight Line is no exception. A really good album, and I might be even be inclined to say it's possibly my favourite. I don't know that, it's not set in stone, but this definitely is an album that I have had a lot of enjoyment going into. It's quite fun, it's got a good amount of elements that really reel me into their sound, especially since it's been a little bit since I've listened to Touché Amoré a lot, so this definitely kind of brings me back to when I first listened to Stage 4. It's incredible, it's a good album. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed this one quite a lot. It's strong, it's got a lot of energy, it's powerful, and every track just works really nicely. I think it's got a good mixture of everything you want for a classic, fun, post-hardcore album. I would have given it a higher score, probably because 4 out of 5 sounds weird the way I've been describing it, but I do like this a lot. I don't know if it's say it's my favourite. Touché Amoré is not one of my favourite bands by far, but I mean, this definitely is impressing me quite a bit. The songwriting, I think, in some tracks, the melodies, at least the hooks, they aren't as strong as some of the stuff from Stage 4, but there is some still powerful stuff here that makes up for it, and the riffs and guitars are nice as well, but I wouldn't say that some of the tracks have the best stuff. I say towards the latter half of the record, it does sort of dip a little bit past this routine, but it's still a fun listen, and I think it is definitely an album I'd recommend. So that is my opinion. I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next video.